Hi guys, my name is Rashmi Parekh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about what is object repository, why it is used, and how we can use that as an UiPath. So if you want to know the answer of these three questions, then you are at the right place. Okay, so let's get started. Before starting, if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, then go ahead and do subscribe the channel to get the latest updates from my channel. Thank you. Okay, object repository is nothing but by name itself, if I can identify, it is a repository where you have stored all the objects. Okay, so it just you can take it like it's just a bucket where you have stored all the objects inside that. Now, why that bucket is very useful, okay, and how why it is useful for your project. I'll take a very simple example. Okay, so for example, you are working in a website and you want to test that website. Okay, that website is right now in a very starting mode. Okay, so you have created the login page, you have created a dashboard, you have automated the dashboard, and you have created all the other tabs whatever are present in that option in the website. In future, if that website is changed, of course it's going to change because it's just the starting and the whole and soul how the design is going to change, how it is going to change. Things will go ahead and change into the website. Maybe the naming can also change or any other properties can change. In that terms, what will happen is like whatever the you have created, right, it won't work because the properties of that buttons or the whatever the fields are present there, right, which you have used is not working around because UI has been changed or something like that. In that case, it will affect your script. So, for example, if you have created five script for that thing, you have used five. You have used one, for example, the login button. You have used at five places. You need to go ahead and change all those five places. Okay, instead of that, if you have created an object repository over there and you have stored that login button there itself, and you have invoked that single button into the five places, no need to go ahead and change at the five places. What you can do is like you can go ahead and you can change at that one place, and it's automatically going to reflect at the five places. So which will be the better? Of course, this changing one, or if you are supposed to change at the five places. Of course, the changing one will be the better option. So that's why we create the object repository. If you are already a tester or from the testing background, or if you have worked in an automation testing, of course you might have heard about object repository, and you might have been using the object repository in your project. The same way we are going to use into the UiPath itself. We are going to create an object repository, and the same object repository, if we want to use that, we can just invoke that object and then we can use it directly into the project. If not, then what we can do is like the same way, and that object repository can be even shared within your team members. So for example, if five members are working and that is to scheme script, if already the objects are being there, so no need to go ahead and write again to that. Person can directly go ahead to the object repository and can just invoke that file XAML, the file into their code, and then they can directly start using the coding. That will first save your time, plus it will the content will be the reusable. You can reuse that. So this is the whole and soul idea of the object repository. So this is the theoretical part of that. So now let's see the let's jump into the practical part of that. For that, I just need to share my screen. Let's go. uh, and so this time my UiPath is, yeah. Okay, you just go there. Okay, so what we are going to see is like, okay, so for creating an object repository, we have to use, so if you have seen my last tutorial, we have seen the test automation. Okay, process also we have to use, but what we have to do is we have to invoke the, basically in managed packages, we have to get the test automation. So if you are using the process, otherwise you can directly go ahead and the test automation. So if you want to create the reusable components, that is to your object repository. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to go and choose the library project. Okay. So I'm going to give the name. So this repository, I'm going to make it as a, you can give process one. What is it? I'm just giving it the dummy name. You can give it as per you. So, and we are going to take an example of ACMA website where I'm going to take the username, password, and the login button. Okay. So, creating the workspace. Dependencies. Okay. So this will be the screen. Okay. You just go ahead here. Okay. So I can just click on new activities. So I'm going to create my object repository. Okay, so if you can go ahead and see, can you see here the object repository here in the properties pane outline and object access. For me, it's enable. For those who is not enable right here, what you guys have to do is like go home. You have to go to settings, it seems, and then design. So here is a modern new project or something like that. You need to just check that. Okay, object repository and enforcement. In case if it is not there, if it is there means well and good, and if it is not there, you just can go ahead and you can change the settings over here and it will automatically work. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just open my screen. Cool. This is my page, okay, and I'm going to create an object repository for the login password and the login button. What I need to just go ahead, I just need to click on this capture element, okay. So this will screen will come. So for capturing, I just need to click on this red button. So now first it will ask for the screen. Which screen basically I need to get it. I'm just going to go ahead and choose the screen. Okay, if you can see Chrome ACME page is already getting. If you want to rename it, you're well. Uh, you're good to go. You can just go ahead and rename it. I am going to make it as it is. Okay, so next is I need to capture this one. So I can just go ahead and capture this one. This is my email. Yeah, one more thing I want to tell you, if you know the type of this email, you can go ahead, and can unselect this, and you can go ahead and select whatever the type. So for example, if it is a drop down or something like that, date, time, input, or whatever it is there, right? So for example, in this case, it's a button, right? So I can just go ahead and sorry, it's what we call input box, right? So in that case, I can go ahead and straightforward. I can choose. Can you see the input over here? Yep, here I can just go ahead and choose the input. And if, for example, if you don't know what you need to choose, is in that case you can make it as it is also. Okay, so once everything is done or something, you have to just click on continue, and then you can go ahead and password. It will capture the password. It will be here. I can make it element only and continue, and then I'll go ahead and click on login button. It will be there, and then continue. So these things I wanted from this page, okay, and then I'll just go ahead and click. Okay, now you need to give the version, so I'll give v1 because first time I'm doing this one. So go ahead, and if you can see, it's all appeared here, right? Email, login, password, everything. Now it is here. Okay, so once you have captured all the repository here, right? So if you want me to if you want to see how basically it works, I want to automate. So browser. Okay, if you can see, this button is there, right? Either you what you have basically you have to do, you have to click on indicate, and then you have to indicate the website. And if you have already object repositories there, you just directly click on the object repository. You just click, it will automatically say we found a matching object repository, like matching the same basically uh, the selector. So if you want to use that, you can reuse that. Otherwise, if you don't want to reuse it, you can just directly go ahead and give the new one. Okay, so here if you can see, if you are using the object repository, this will be like that button. Okay, now no need to do anything. So for example, I no need to go ahead and what we call use that. I can just no need to indicate anything or something. I just directly go ahead and I just directly gonna use this or whatever it's present, right? Confirm, reuse it. Okay, and type into, then this one will be the password. I just drag and drop password. Okay, and then login is for login button. I just go ahead and I'll just give click basically I need to use. So I'm just gonna drag and drop the clip and the login button, right? Just drag. See how simple this is. You just need to just drag. Once the things are made, you just need to drag and drop and you can use it. How basically you can publish this thing. So for example, this repository, if someone else needs to use in their project, that also they can do. How they can do is like, you just need to go ahead and click on publish button, process objectory, okay, and then instead of orchestrator, you can make it custom, okay. Then you need to select where basically, okay, and let me just create. Okay, give me 1 second. New folder, which I'm going to give it name as a library as of now. Okay, I can just select this folder, left folder, and it will going to publish this object repository there. So once this repository is going to publish over there, another person can go ahead and can get this thing. I'll just show you how. Okay, so this is successfully published. Let's go. And for example, I am that another person. So what I need to do is I need to just go ahead and process and test. So I'm going to create, okay, let me take the test automation itself. So OPJ1. We need to go ahead and create this one. So now it's open. So in that case, if I want to use those objects, right, what I need to do is I need to go ahead and click here. It's already coming anyway. Yeah, go ahead and settings. Okay, what you guys need to do is like you'd give the name. For me, I have already given ACME login. Okay, and they give the source path. So the moment you're going to click it here, right, it's gonna ask like which folder basically your library is it is. For me, if you know that I have stored it at the left folder, I just created and just click on select folder. That's it. You have to do it. And then what you have to go it, the moment you're going to add it, right, you can see that whatever the name you have given, right, it will appear here. In that case, you can go ahead and click here and then click on install and then save. The moment you're going to save this, right, if you have seen, there is no object right now there is no repository or any element has been saved. The moment I'm going to install it, whatever the elements and I have captured in that file, it will appear automatically here, the ACME login file and this, and my script will be super easy now. Okay, so give me a second. Here is the project one test case. Okay, and then activity. If I just go ahead and give the activity, and then this will be my this screen, right? I can just drag and drop that screen and then type into email. I can type into and give EBC address XYZ. Okay, and then again type into, which I'm going to give the password. I'm going to give just for testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, so see how easy it is to create, and no need to do anything. I just directly can go ahead and then my run. So if you send ABC and this 1, 2, 3, then like click on the click button, you can just directly go ahead and give the click button. It will work fine. So this is the basically the concept of how you can create your own object repository, and you can use in multiple projects. And if you have noticed that how easily, if earlier I was taking time, like go ahead and select objects and everything is there, right? If it is that gonna take time, this I think hardly it's gonna take 2 seconds to create that. Okay, and if I have used these elements some other place, like I just need to go ahead and change the package. That is, I can just directly go ahead and change into package, and it will reflect in each and everything. So hope you like this tutorial, and if you have any doubt or any queries regarding this, so then please comment below, or you can directly ping me. My LinkedIn ID is there, so I will be happy to help you guys. So thanks for watching, and if you like it, then do just share this video. Thank you.